and their relationship became more personal. So much on the personal level that Olivia would share herself on video with Jack. Did I tell you about how my client's wife had an online stalker? An online stalker that gave her anxiety, depression, and it almost cost their marriage to end. Now, you may be thinking, why am I going to talk about my client's wife and not my client? Well, stay with me and I'll clear it up for you. So, my client's wife, whom we will call Olivia, was happily married to my client, and his name is not necessary, but we'll just call him the husband. So Olivia, being married to her husband, remember my client, she was very happy. And very happy in her traditional role as his wife. Now the husband provided for her and she managed the household responsibilities like a champ. I mean, this is precisely how she liked it. The unfortunate situation with this marriage is that while her husband is away, Olivia sometimes gets very lonely. Now, Olivia is a fun, spontaneous, and loving wife, which it makes no surprise that in the past, when she was single, she liked to frequent online forums and make friends. Now, these friends were of the opposite sex, and as a single woman, there is no harm in this. In fact, she would engage in multiple conversations until one particular man, whom we will call him Jack, became her special friend. Olivia and Jack would become close, and during her single life, she grew to like Jack. They shared stories about their lives and even did video calls to sort of personalize their friendship. And as their relationship and their friendship grew, Jack grew to like Olivia even more, and their relationship became more personal. So much on the personal level that Olivia would share herself on video with Jack. Now, she was not naked, but based on conversations like, am I losing weight? Do you think my chest is small? Is my stomach getting flatter or getting fat? All while wearing only underwear and exposing herself on camera. Now, Jack, being the friend he claimed to be, always encouraged Olivia in various ways and never gave her any reason to doubt his trustworthiness. In fact, their friendship was very comforting to Olivia, as they would talk for hours. And at times, she would even fall asleep during their conversations. That's how much she enjoyed talking to this guy. This friendship with Jack was purely virtual, and the two never even met in person. Now, time moves on, and Olivia still functions in the real world and will eventually meet her husband, my client, and get married. That is where we pick up our story again. Now, do you recall when I stated how Olivia was bored while her husband was away? Well, Olivia decided one day to visit that old virtual platform again during one of her boring days. And in that forum, her old friend Jack reached out to her by message. Now, Olivia loves her husband and has no interest in rekindling this type of relationship with Jack, but she did feel there was a friendship that existed that they shared. Now, not sure if a conversation would be considered cheating, so Olivia decided to talk to Jack, only as friends, and mention how she is now married and she is happy. But Jack was not happy to hear this because he really liked Olivia and felt their relationship was too important to let go of.
I want to thank the sponsor, Crank Golf, for supporting the series about sports performance and managing your mental health. Because of sponsors like them, we're able to keep things going and keeping topics fresh. If you want to support this page, please just click subscribe and click the bell so you can get updates on the next topics. Thank you again.
So his conversations became more aggressive. Aggressive to the point that he demanded more and more time and attention from Olivia. Now, Olivia, feeling a little trapped and obligated with guilt, secretly continued her conversations with Jack, without her husband knowing, of course. But during this, Olivia was starting to feel the pressure of guilt, and her anxiety levels started to rise. Now, when Olivia attempted to cut things off, Jack grew aggressively angry and did not give Olivia the freedom to end their friendship. Now, you're probably wondering how he was able to actually control her. Well, Jack did this by showing Olivia intimate photos he had secretly taken of her during those previous video calls. The same video calls she would confidently show her body in underwear, so he could give her compliments and talk about how attractive she was. Those same calls, she enjoyed it at the time because as a single woman, this man would give her attention and compliments, and it eliminated her loneliness. It was especially satisfying because Olivia had recently had a boyfriend, and that boyfriend actually cheated on her. Therefore, mentally, feeling desired and getting compliments, that gave Olivia some emotional confidence. However, the same man she thought was her friend is now stalking and blackmailing her. Then, to make matters worse, Jack discovered who Olivia's husband was and contacted him on another social media platform. When Jack validated the husband and who he was, he began to share that he was in love with Olivia and started to detail their relationship as if it were currently happening in the present. Of course, the husband grew angry and he confronted Olivia. Olivia explained how all of this was in the past despite what this person was saying. But the issue was not because he had photos of her. The issue was that she felt she needed to talk to another man, even though she was supposed to be happily married. The husband, my client, was devastated and he was hurt because he trusted his wife and did not understand why she felt she needed to talk to another man. The husband told Olivia not to speak to this person again so they could move on as a family. But Olivia was growing more and more depressed every day because in her inbox, Jack was threatening her with the photos if she did not respond to him. So, what did Olivia do? Despite her husband's request, she secretly talked to Jack again. Now, in her defense, she was begging him to leave her alone. And in return, Jack used that opportunity to contact the husband with more recent photos. Not in underwear, but showing that they are still talking and in love. But my client, the husband, he was not stupid. He understood that this man, Jack, was clearly unstable. However, the husband felt that his ultimate purpose was to protect his wife. Although he was concerned about the stalker, he had additionally questions about why his wife felt the need to talk to another man. That is where I come in. You see, as a therapist, we sometimes wear multiple hats. We can be a friend, a critical evaluator, a motivator, but in this case, a marriage counselor. Now, my client, the husband, he was afraid that he was doing something wrong because his wife was going and talking to other men for companionship. Regardless of history with men, he did not understand and what was her reason for desire to feel more comfortable with a man that she had not even met instead of talking to him. Our sessions gave me some perspectives about his concerns, and he did his best to help me understand her. But what I learned the most is how much he loved his wife. That was very clear. However, when he discussed some details about their dating life, I picked up on something very interesting. And what I felt was a major indicator was her actions. So we moved past the issue of why she did what she did. to discussing how we can give her no reason to do it again. Because getting angry is not the solution. It was more important for Olivia to understand how it affects her husband. If she truly loved him and did not want to destroy their relationship, so Olivia's depression and anxiety, it eventually diminished over time. And it was replaced with unconditional attention and love from her husband. It even came to our attention that Olivia remained the same woman who appreciated and enjoyed the compliments and the attention of being seen. And with my client's working schedule, he forgot how he provided that routinely during their dating and early in their marriage. So making efforts to write Olivia poems and consistently acknowledging her was part of the many things the husband did to give Olivia the knowledge that she needed for only her husband's approval, not other men. In summary, I know there are many people who are spending time with someone they like, but already understand that they are not the one to marry or have yet to love. So learn to be patient and confident about yourself. Do not seek attention from someone you do not feel has the ability to give you the true nature of affection you deserve. And never waste time with someone you know is not who you feel should be next to you, or else the person you truly seek will obediently walk by out of respect. True love and soulmates do exist. Give it time to discover yours. If you do, distractions will not even be relevant. My name is Dr. Aaron Bryant. Thank you for listening and watching the Mental Blueprint podcast. I hope you return for another session story. And remember, someone is always listening, and that someone is not just me. Take care and be blessed.